exist after the death. Therefore, these are not the characteristics of body, but we do see the characteristics of body present in the body after the death of the person, right? Like the color, the weight, the size, etc. These are the unique characteristics of the body, not that of the Atma. So saying that Atma is not different from body is not correct. So Atma is basically different from body. In this particular sutra from Vedanta Darshan says. So now, if we look at, then we understand that Atma is different from body. And now, as it's said that, okay, this is Purusha Artha, what is the purpose of the Atman, what is the desired by the Atman residing in the body is in the form of 4 elements, and these 4 elements are Dharma, Artha. For now, we can think of Dharma as righteousness, but this is not the only meaning. We will look at it in detail. Artha, Kama, and Moksha. And the purpose of education, according to these Shastras, is not that of, knowing that, okay, this is chair, this is table, this is how it works, this is how and for what I can use it, this is how I can earn, different objects, acquire different objects, possess them and utilize them. This is not the only purpose of Vidya. That is not called Vidya according to them. They say Vedanam Vidya. Tachana Ghatadi Vedanam. It is not, we know, okay, this is this object, this is this object, this is how it is utilized, only this much. They say the purpose of education, the Vidya, the knowledge basically is Purushartha Sadhana Vedanam. It is basically knowing the means of Purushartha Chatushta. That is knowing the means of fulfilling these 4 elements, Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha. Now, let us look at them in detail. So, what basically Dharma means? Usually, we understand Dharma means religion, some sect, some, tradition, mata, panth, etc. Right? Some belief system, and so on. So, we need to look at it from the perspective of its etymology, how it is derived, what is the etymology of this word. So this word dharma is basically derived from dhriya dharane and dhring avasthane. From these 2 dhatus we can derive this particular word, which mean, the meaning of these verbs is to sustain, to uphold, to bear, to support. Fine. And so when we say dharma, which is, we have derived from these particular verbs, dhri, to sustain, to uphold, to bear, to support. So dharma basically would mean that which sustains, or you can say dharma is the sustaining power within the entire existence. It's not about some mata. It's not like Hindu dharma hai, ya Sikh dharma hai, ya Christian dharma hai, ya Isai dharma. It has nothing to do with it. Dharma is basically the sustaining power within the entire existence. And dharma is the sustaining power of an entity that it takes the person and the society upwards. We can also say dharma is dutiful conduct. And now when we say dharma is basically the sustaining power, you can say sustaining power of that particular entity, or the relationship of this particular entity with other entities, be it animate to animate relationship or animate to inanimate relationship with animate and animate, or animate and inanimate, like relationship of Atma with the body. So whatever we do with for sustaining the body is called dharma. Whatever we do to sustain the Atma, understand it, its clear nature, that is also called dharma. So, for example, if somebody says, wash your hands before eating, that becomes a dharma because it will sustain the relationship of Atma with the body, right? Because if we wash our hands before eating, we will be keeping our body healthy. So washing our hands before eating becomes a dharma, right? Or this you can take up this as one of the very clear dharma, or something like maintaining the relationship of the self with the God, you can say, or you say maintaining the relationship, sustaining the relationship of Atma with Paramatma, right? So that is dharma. And this is not only the etymological meaning of various shastras like Sankhya Karika or Mahanarayana Upanishad. I have quoted some of them. They say dharmena gamanam urdhvam gamanam adhastad bhavati adharmena. Dharma takes one upward and adharma takes one downwards. And Mahanarayana Upanishad says, Dharmo Vishwasya Jagatha Pratishtha, Loke Dharmishtam Praja Upasarpanti, Dharmena Apam Apanudati. So, Dharma is basically the foundational and sustaining force of the entire cosmic realm. All the entities in the world progress solely by adhering to Dharma. Vices and evil dissipate through the practice of Dharma. Everything resides within Dharma. Hence, Dharma is said to be the supreme. Vaisheshika Darshana says Dharma is basically something that enables one to Abhyudaya and Nishreyas. Abhyudaya is basically worldly progress, and Nishreyas is spiritual upliftment. So, something that enables one to achieve both Abhyudaya and Nishreyasa. Worldly progress as well as spiritual progress. That is called Dharma. Various Niti Shastras like Kamanandaki Niti Niti Sahara or Vishnu Dharmottara Purana, they do talk about dutiful conduct. Dharma as dutiful conduct. Why dutiful conduct? Because it talks about my relationship with myself or some other entities, right? As we talked. So, and these dutiful conducts are, with the things like ahimsa, sundrita, vani, harmlessness. You can call it non-violence, truthfulness, purification of mind and body, and so on. And there is basically a cause-effect relationship between achara and dharma, the conduct and dharma. So it basically says dharma, the essence of dharma is basically, if you want to know, it is that you do not behave with someone that you do not want others to behave with you. And then the third entity, the second entity of Purushartha Chatushta is Artha. Artha basically means that something is desired by all. Anything that is desired by all is called Artha. Arthyate. Everybody desires for prosperity, wealth, right? And so on. That is why it is called Artha. We can call it money, wealth, etc. And significance of Artha, There are so many shlokas, sutras that talk about the significance of artha. They say that, okay, in the absence of dharma, sorry, artha, in the absence of money or wealth, person is like nothing. But if the person has uh, wealth, the person is regarded as kulina, noble person coming from noble lineage, educated, pandita, knowledgeable, gunaja, adept at assessing abilities of others, eloquent, vakta, darshaniya, physically attractive. So every virtue you take is consistently associated with wealth, artha. So much is the. There are so many shlokas that talk about important significance of artha. This is from Chanakya Niti. Chanakya says, yasya arthas tasya mitrani. One who has wealth attracts friends, very much known to all of us and relatives, right? So one who has wealth attracts friends and relatives. A wealthy person is considered human, and the wealthy is esteemed as a scholar. This is from Chanakya Niti. This is from Niti Shatakam. It says that if the person has money, right, then with the same sense organs, actions, bright, intellect, and eloquence, everything undergoes a significant and immediate change upon losing the warmth of wealth. If we lose the money, then the same person becomes, day before the person was very charming, very eloquent, very intelligent. Everybody would like to, consult the person. But once the person loses the money, the warmth of wealth, then the person changes immediately. Nobody is now, the person is like nobody for the rest of the world. So this is the reason that that the artha, the money, is given very much importance by the shastras. And causes, they do talk about the causes that lead to wealth. These are like dhriti, shama, dama, shaucha, etc. So perseverance is something that leads to wealth. Dhriti, tranquility of mind; shama, self-control; purity, cleanliness, internal and external; kindness, etc., etc. These are some of the things which lead to wealth. And they also talk about some of the things that cause one to lose wealth, and those are like falsehood, cruelty, right, asatyata, nishthurata, kritajyata, bhayam, pramado, alasata, vishadita, and so on. So, and one of the things that Niti Shatakam says, Vinashyati pramadad dhanam, wealth is ruined by carelessness. We all see it in our lives. And the third element of Purushartha Chatushta is kama, that is desire. Right? Any kind of desire. Any kind of desire that one can have to, to have delicious food, or have fruits or vegetables or anything in the world, or desire for world tour or anything, or desire for doing tapas, etc., etc. Let me skip some of them. So basically, the kamanas, they talk about kamanas to be experienced, to be followed in a balanced way. So they say that Satam Yascha Kamarthi Netarau Anutishthati. So we have talked about, Dharma, Artha, Kam, and Moksha. So one who is always willing or always, curious to fulfill only the kamanas, but does not follow dharma and artha, only wants to fulfill desires, then such a person will not be able to, pursue their desires also, their kamanas also. If one neglects the pursuit of dharma and artha, such a person will lose friends and lose both dharma and artha as well. So they talk about that karma should be followed in a balanced way. And then the fourth element, that is about moksha, which talks about liberation, which we can say liberation from, say, pain, sufferings, sorrows, etc. That is the meaning of moksha. You can think of anything, but literally or etymologically, this particular word means liberation from sufferings. Now, this liberation could be short-term liberation, like we get hungry, that is painful. We eat food for that matter, and then that pain, we are relieved from the pain of hunger. So food basically gives moksha, freedom from the pain that we have from, having from the hunger, or maybe for, cold, heat, waves, etc., etc., anything. Liberation from all these things. So liberation could be, for some limited period of time also, like we work upon, relief from the pain of hunger. That is for some time, very momentary, very short-term relief. Then next day it is again there, or next time in the morning we eat, in the evening we again feel hungry, and the pain is back again. But this is not the purpose that we want. We want not short-term reliefs, but long-term reliefs. So moksha is basically this framework of Purushartha Chatushta basically talks about the long-term relief from these sufferings. Now, there is a significance of this order of following dharma, artha, kama, and moksha. Usually what we see is that all of us have desires. That is very much known to all of us, because we every time, all the day, we have so many desires throughout the life, very much known to all of us. And then in order to fulfill those desires, we do need money, artha, right? If I have a desire to, overcome my hunger, I need continuous supply of food, right? That I should be ensured enough that there would be food available for me in the evening as well, in the morning, the next day, and so on, right? The surety is very much required. So in order to fulfill this desire of, getting rid of hunger, whenever I am hungry, I need some resources. So I need artha for that. All such resources, be it food, element, or shelter, etc., etc., to, protect our body and so on. We need money. So money is also very much understandable to us. Now, in order to fulfill these two continuously, we can follow dharma or adharma. These are the two paths with us. So these say, the order says that you have the choice to follow dharma or follow adharma. But according to them, dharma is the foremost. We have to follow dharma. If dharma is ignored, artha and kama